That the rise of anti-Semitism in the last decade can be correlated with the rise of Donald Trump.
This isn't just about we need more Democrats to condemn what's happening. How about let's get Democrats not joining in on it?
Ilhan Omar's rhetoric as it pertains to Jewish people in the state of Israel is deplorable and disgusting. She shouldn't even be in Congress, in my opinion. Anti-Zionist, anti-Semitic rhetoric on college campuses across the country.
We have had a problem. It's much less today than it was a year and a half ago. I know many people who graduated from college in the last week or two who had good experience. I know some Jewish students who were harassed occasionally and whose life was made uncomfortable, which should not happen. I think there were administrations that were too weak. I agree with that. But I think that's a long way ago from some people taking guns and shooting people point blank.
Yeah, I agree. Here's what we also have to acknowledge. And I agree that a lot of the college students and the colleges and the leaders did not deal with this as they should have. But we also have to acknowledge, Abby, that the rise of anti-Semitism in the last decade can be correlated with the rise of Donald Trump. And the kind of language that he gives a permission slip for all of this anti-Semitic language to be used, in a way that we really hadn't seen before. The President of the United States, when you have dinner with a neo-Nazi, when you pardon people who are the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys, whose groups have an ideology that supports anti-Semitism, when you have anti-Semitic tropes that you traffic in and that you amplify on your own social media, where you have followers of millions of people, you cannot give a pass to the President of the United States with the kind of megaphone that he has and say, oh, he has absolutely nothing to do with this.
That is absolutely nuts. You guys are barely scratching the surface here. This isn't just about we need more Democrats to condemn what's happening. How about let's get Democrats not joining in on it? How about AOC and Representative Omar don't join those college campuses? And this hasn't been going on for 10 years. It's been going on for 18 months. And it starts on the college campuses. It empowers people to go beyond. And it has nothing to do with Donald Trump.
I want to be a little bit more specific about what we're talking about here, because I definitely think, to the Congressman's point, there are specific things that are being said on these campuses that are anti-Semitic. But the idea that AOC and, I don't know, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar are engaging in those activities, I'm not sure there's a lot of evidence of that.
They spoke at the campuses.
You know what I mean?
They were there on those campuses.
Right, but I guess, but here's what I'm saying. But do you understand what I'm saying? If they show up on college campuses to protest, what's the situation in Gaza, are you saying automatically the same thing as uttering anti-Semitic words?
Yes, they're anti-Semitic. Make no mistake about it. Their words are absolutely, and this is all based in anti-Semitism.
Right, what I'm saying is, do you have evidence that they actually engaged in anti-Semitic language? That is the issue.
Supporting terrorists and some
of her past.
Are you saying? Do we have to go through the statements?
I am talking about on college campuses. Because I think that there is a difference.
The history
of
protesting is very clear.
There's a difference between protesting and saying and doing anti-Semitic things. Would you not agree?
Ilhan Omar's rhetoric as it pertains to Jewish people in the state of Israel is deplorable and disgusting. She shouldn't even be in Congress, in my opinion. And them showing up on those college campuses is a green light for the most vicious, disgusting, despicable rhetoric against Jewish students and against Jewish people. You can absolutely draw a correlation. And to pretend that they were on the college campuses and saying kumbaya is to just be naive.
The governor and I were talking about President Bush Sr. Before we got on the set, and the tone he